Hi there, my name is Daniel Howe and I'm pastor of Christ Reformed Presbyterian Church in East Providence, Rhode Island. I'm also one of the theological editors of Grassmarket Press. I want to talk to you a little bit about Grassmarket, a new project being taken on by Crown and Covenant Publications, how it may be of help to you and how you can help us. Presbyterian and Reformed churches are sitting on a pile of treasure, things that have been entrusted to us by the Lord. Good doctrine, Westminster Standards and the Three Forms of Unity, as well as an enormous pile of other writings. Theology that's Orthodox and Catholic in the best senses of those words, the covenant theology of the Reformation and Second Reformation, the English, Scottish, and Dutch Puritans, and then, of course, the 19th century Scottish, American, Welsh, and English pastors and theologians right up into the 20th and 21st centuries. We also have a pile of life-giving Christian practices, things like family worship, high expectations for Christian marriage and family life, keeping the Lord's Day, personal study of the Word of God, and of course, simple biblical worship. But we don't always do a good job of taking that treasure and investing it where it's needed most. When we look at Presbyterian and Reformed churches in America, we generally see mostly college-educated people, mostly people with very good language skills, mostly readers. And I love those people. I am one of those people, but that does not describe everyone. According to the U.S. Census, only about 1/3 of U.S. adults have graduated from college. According to the Literacy Project, 50% of adults cannot read a book written at an 8th grade level. That means for many in our country, the classics of Reformed literature are a hard road or maybe an elevated highway with no access. And that leads us to 3 conclusions. First, the riches of Presbyterian and Reformed faith and life have to be made accessible to regular people who don't necessarily read at a super high level. Second, our teachings do not have to be dumbed down in order for that to happen. They have to be looked at through 21st century eyes with the lifestyle and questions of our time in mind. And third, Christians are and always will be people of the book, which means that video and audio resources, which are wonderful, can never really take the place of reading. We want to help people both grow in grace and grow in the habit of reading. So we see a need for short, readable books on Presbyterian and Reformed faith and life. Books that can be handed to an intelligent person who might not be much of a reader yet. And that's the basic idea behind Grassmarket. Now, to be clear, we're not the first people to think this way. Other publishers have had similar ideas and launched projects with a lot of similarities to this one. Some have short, readable books, which are fantastic, but they're usually coming from a Baptist or a Congregationalist perspective. Others are more clearly Presbyterian and Reformed, but they tend to be pamphlet series rather than books. We think there's a specific need that we can help meet. Before I tell you about our authors, our books, and our plans, let me just tell you briefly about our name. The Grassmarket is a busy public square in Edinburgh, Scotland, and in the 1600s, more than 100 Presbyterian Covenanters were executed there for the crime of living out their faith according to the call of God on their consciences. We believe that we can all learn from their courage and faithfulness, and we hope Grassmarket will be a tool to help us follow that example. So here's what we're doing. We're concentrating on short books of 120 pages or so, about 30,000 words. We have a great cover design and internal layout. These are intended, again, to make these books regular people friendly. Personally, I wanted books without a lot of curlicues and flowers on them that I would feel comfortable reading while I was in my jiu-jitsu gym waiting for a turn on the mat, and I think we got that. We'll be publishing, Lord willing, the first 10 books in the next 2 to 3 years. I'm serving as a theological editor along with Pastor Kyle Borg in Winchester, Kansas. The books that we have before us will be great. Our first 5 include Nathan Eshelman writing on what it means to be confessional, Jared Olivetti on the big picture of Christian worship, Kyle Borg on how the Bible defines love. I'm contributing a book on the meaning of the Sabbath, and Barry York, the president of the Reformed Presbyterian Theological Seminary, is writing on the Trinity. One more note. We believe this is also a great opportunity to raise up a new generation of authors. As Judges 3 verse 2 puts it, to teach them war, both from inside and outside the Reformed Presbyterian denomination. We think our publications will be of help to you whether you're a pastor, someone active in making disciples, or someone who's looking for readable Reformed books for him or herself. Let me tell you a little bit about how you can help us. Well, first, your donations will be tremendously helpful. We want to get the cover price of each book down well below $10 a piece. A reach goal of ours is to turn every one of our books into an affordable audiobook as well. The easiest way to donate is to go to grassmarketpress.org, scroll to the bottom, and use the donate button there. You can make a one-time or a monthly recurring donation. Second, your prayers are even more important than your donations. We want this project to glorify God and build up the Church of Christ. This is an exciting project, but it's an ambitious one for an organization the size of ours. We're not a huge publishing house with a lot of resources to throw at this. Please pray that we would produce great books and get them in the hands of those who need them most. Third, you can tell people about this project. Please do. Our website again is grassmarketpress.org. We'll be working on our social media presence in the months to come. Tell your pastor or your elders about this. Spread this around to friends in Reformed and Presbyterian churches. These are resources that will be useful to many different kinds of churches. And of course, use them yourself. Thank you for your time and your interest. God bless you.